I'm Tracy for IntuitiveTracyRoy.com with this week's weekly Cosmic Intuitive reading for April 24th through 30th, 2017. Hi everyone, it has been an interesting April. It's been a very gray April and we're heading into the last week of April, but of course not without one, going through it, and two, touching back on the second last week of April. So last week it was a really interesting kind of reading, wasn't it, where we had the male and the feminine energies coming together in sexual union. And so if you remember, I was making sort of fun of it in regards to covering children's eyes if it came down to nature, you know, seeing lions mate and so on and so forth. And so for me, the way that it showed itself or manifested was through a show I was watching. I don't know if any of you are watching, of course, 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. Yeah, it's kind of X-rated in some of them, right? I think this was side 9 of the tape where the rape occurs, and it's not like an extremely violent rape. I mean, rape in itself is violent, there's no doubt. However, so that's the way it came to me. Well, so today I'm going to get my spirit guide Whitehawk, but of course we've had a guest spirit guide recently and it's been a nutchuck. But also I'm going to add Dream Virtues fairy cards to this. I'm going to pick a card at the end of the reading because I don't want the card to influence the channeled reading. So I want to do the channeled reading first, and then we're gonna see what the card is at the end and see if they coincide. It'll be kind of new and inspirational and innovative. Okay? All right, pitter patter, let's get at her. Indeed. Welcome one and welcome all. Whitehawk begins. It is Whitehawk this week around. Indeed, he says, I am here. I have returned for a very interesting week indeed. For you see, children, although it is the last week of April, and it has indeed been a very gray April for some, whether that be weather-wise or life-wise, the last week of April will bring spring flowers. So what that means for many of you is getting out on a bike and enjoying the springtime-like weather. But it also means there are going to be things blossoming in your life. Things manifesting in your life from months and weeks previous of thoughts that you have put out there. They will now be turning into life form or physical form, if you wish. And so do not despair if in this week you feel as though nothing has transpired or manifested for you. Simply note that indeed they are in the works. These things do take time, he says. If you think of a seed below the surface of the earth, the seed has blossomed or has started to sprout before it actually gets up through the earth and you can finally see it. So for many of you, it is there. It is sprouting. You just cannot see it just yet. But it is there. So do not give up. Do not despair. Do not dismay. For indeed, it is coming. This way, this may. God bless. And I just want to take the moment, he says, to thank you all, to the very loyal subjects who come here weekly, our tribe, who trust in us, who have faith in us, who want to hear what we have to say, who come to play. Bless you, here now and always, he says. Thank you, Whitehawk. When he says that, it makes me think of the plants around here where they're just, you know, little nibs, right, coming up out of the ground. You can see that little bit of green, and that gives you hope and that gives you faith. And so very much in keeping with what Whitehawk said there, that even though we may not see the results just yet, they're blooming just below the surface. So don't give up. Okay, let's pull a card from the Dream Virtue Healing with the Fairies Oracle card deck for the week. And see where the focus comes, and we're going to let it just come however it comes, whether it be upside down or right side up. Okay. Lots of anxiety out there, guys. Lots of anxiety out there. Take a look at my Thursday posting from Whitehawk about how to calm that anxiety. Okay, so it's an upside down card. So it is raising your standards. So you can see, here to see it this way, it's raising your standards, but it's coming to me this way. So when it comes to me this way, it's about addressing the blocks of raising your standards. So you're going to be addressing places in your life, spaces in your life where perhaps you haven't been raising your standards. So almost like you are going to raise your standards, or at least you're going to become aware of where those standards need to be raised. Okay, so you're going to become aware of them. You're going to address the blocks of it. And then from there, you know, you may move forward. Yeah, it's like waking up. You're going to get wake-up calls about where you need to raise your standards. Okay, kids, so that is your weekly cosmic intuitive reading for the last week of April, kids. Don't forget to join us on our other social media for weekly readings, more teachings and insights from Whitehawk, as well as interesting posts that I put there. But as well, you know, if Whitehawk and myself can be of help, of service to you through intuitive readings, you can go to intuitivetracyroy.com. We're always there to serve you, to help you. All right, give me a thumbs up if you liked what you've seen here. God bless.